Hey, what's going on? This is Chief Mariah, and we got some things to talk about. It's going to be real brief, real quick, real easy. Anyway, so if you're like me, you're into politics. So the other day, I don't know if y'all saw it, but y'all watched Pam Bondi at the hearing over the Epstein files. It was a complete mess. It was a complete mess. It was horrible. I've never seen anything like that. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't watched too many Attorney General hearings. But I watched some other ones, some Henry Kissinger ones. This one was horrible. She is what we call a lemming. She's a sicko fan. Donald Trump says jump, she'll say how high. She answered no questions. I didn't know how terrible the DOJ was with the Epstein files. I knew it was horrible, but I didn't know how actively they are doing a cover up. It's obvious. The lady didn't even look at the victim. They told the victims to stand up behind her. You know how you just be like, she didn't even look at them. She threw her hair back. And I was like, what? This lady's insane. But look, hold on. We're just going to show the highlights. We're going to show the highlights. It's highlights to this, y'all. It was that terrible. Like, you're like, this is the Trump administration's attorney general? Man, roll the clip.
Show the clip. Testimony you're about to give is true and correct to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief, so help you God.
I do.
Let the record show that the witness has answered.
Trump orders up prosecutions like pizza, and you deliver every time. He tells you to go after James Comey, Letitia James, Lisa Cook, and Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve Board. And
I am deeply sorry for what any victim has been through.
Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through?
I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer
theatrics
the
are
question
ridiculous.
the way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people.
you can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
I have several questions for you. Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names?
We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time.
Mr. Chairman. This isn't how this works.
Was the president aware of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You're
this
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic.
beautiful
This is
state.
pathetic, Mr.
Committee
Chair.
will be in order.
I am not asking trick questions here.
You
the
got your
American
5
people
minutes.
have a right to know the answers to this. These are senior officials in the Trump administration.
Okay, so Pam Bondi, who is this lady, right? Never heard of her. And we know Donald Trump, he loves getting nobody. So let's do a little history check on Pam Bondi, right? I got it right here. Okay, Pam Bondi is the U.S. Attorney General right now. She was appointed in November, right after Trump was elected. So she was in lineup. Her state career was in Florida. She was the first female attorney general. Her key initiatives, opioid crisis, because we know in Florida, y'all do love them opiates. Shout out to Kodak Black. Human trafficking. How coincidental. She was, okay. Anyway, she's investigating the Epstein case, and she was the head prosecuting attorney in Florida for human trafficking. So she would know a thing or two about how to maneuver around a prosecutor, right? In trafficking. Her early career, she was a prosecutor from 1991 all the way to 2009. Spent 18 years as assistant state attorney in Hillsborough County, Florida. 18 years, that's quite a bit in some random district of Florida. Then to become Attorney General of the United States. How that happens, I don't know. Education, earned a BA in criminal justice from the University of Florida. And then a JD from Stuyvesant University of Law. All right. Private sector, she was lobbying. Ballot Partners, yeah, I know, heard of them. defense counsel, served as president's legal defense team. Okay, here it goes. During the first state impeachment trial. Oh, she was part of the think tank leadership, America First Policy Institute. Oh yeah, so she's in the political world. She's pretty young, right? She's not that old, but she doesn't seem but an average attorney general. Like, how do you go from just a state? Was she just assistant attorney general? She wasn't even state attorney general to the United States attorney general. This is how you do it. You literally tell Donald Trump, as you're defending him from his first impeachment, give me the job. I will do whatever you want me to do. I don't care what it is. I will go in front of the whole country and Congress and embarrass myself on your behalf. She was screaming, Donald Trump. Y'all gotta watch that thing. It's scary. It's like, oh, what this election that's coming up this year, these midterms, is gonna be something to remember. In America has a lot of history of just horrible things, but Donald Trump's going for it. He's really going for it. He is not playing by any rules. He doesn't care. He's been breaking the rules. I heard in this Epstein file, you got to watch the whole thing where Congressman, what's his name, Lou, the Asian guy? I don't know if he's Asian, but he's an Asian American guy. He said, he asked Pam Bondi, did you investigate his driver, Donald Trump's driver? And he says, because when he said the driver had told him, he came to the congressman that he overheard a conversation between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein talking about underage girls on some pedophilia shit. They were bro, Donald Trump did it. Donald Trump, bro, you're not that many friends with that many pedophiles, and you're not a pedophile. If I hang with certain type of doctors all day, there must be, I have to be a doctor of some sort. So anyway, long story short, and he said he wanted to do something to him. And he said one day, I forget what he said, but something like one day the girl came up to them and said something like, oh, you raped me or something, underage girl. Like, I don't know where these guys are finding these women, but the girl ended up with her head blown off. Literally, watch the interview. The girl that said that Donald Trump and Epstein RAP'd her, PE'd her, ended up with her head blown off. Blown off. And the detectives who investigated that said the gunshot wound wasn't consistent to suicide. It wasn't. So you're trying to tell me Donald Trump, and I see it in him. I really think that man's capable of that. That dude, Donald Trump, has no soul. But anyway, also, what she also did, that lady Pam Bondi, she gutted the Bureau of Cryptocurrency in the Department of Justice, meaning she literally gutted they had a whole department in the federal government where they would just monitor cryptocurrency because it's real shady. Cryptocurrency is one of the only very few entities, I guess, or not stocks, whatever, but whatever you would call, where you get the REITs and all that, that you don't have to make it publicly known who's put money into it. So they say if you AT&T, one of the oldest stocks out, you put money into it, they have to let it publicly know how much money you put in it, right? And so if I put money in AT&T and then AT&T then donates to my favorite politician, you can kind of trace that, like, oh, okay, so they put a middleman in there so that it won't be seen. But long story short, Donald Trump has made over $1.4 billion within a year. 1 year. If that's not corruption, then what is? Also, if you know anything about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, I think that was started by, why am I forgetting her name? Bureau. Pretty much what they do is they watch banks. So like, you ever had your bank where you see a fee on your bank, right? And what they found out was like Wells Fargo was part of the housing crash. They were just giving loans out. They would take fees out. And so what they do is they watch banks. They watch all these different entities. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren, Senator Elizabeth Warren is the one that started that. And what they find out is like these banks be stealing from their own customers, right? They'll steal from their own customers. So now they have an office in the Department of Justice where you or the other customers can get together, get a lawyer, and you can go appeal your case to them, and then they'll go Wells Fargo and say, hey, Wells Fargo, you got to stop doing this. Just like how people found out that Wells Fargo was denying black people 3 times as much more than white people or any other race, not allowing them to refinance their homes. Look it up. Not allowing business loans. You can, as a black man, you try to go to any of these banks. Listen, as a black man, you try to go to any of these banks. I don't care how good your credit is. I don't care how many cosigners you have. You're not getting a business loan. You can get a car loan. You might even get a house. You might get a student loan. You're not getting a business loan. The banking system in America is racist. That's the reason why that bureau is so important. What else we got here? Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell. So look, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's right-hand lady, who used to go out there in Eastern Europe and find women, go through the Caribbean and find children, and go through Africa and find all these little babies. And the lady that would be the face of it, because she's such a nice-looking lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust European women at all. I'm sorry. I mean, not that I don't trust them, but you guys have a history of looking nice. And well, anyway, she has been removed from maximum security prison by what's his name, Bolton or something like that. Bolton. They removed her. They went to talk to her. This is when the Epstein files were coming out. I don't know what they talked to her about, but automatically, right before the Epstein files came out, they moved her to a minimum security prison. She was in a maximum. They moved her to a minimum. Now Ghislaine Maxwell is saying, if you want the rest of the names of all the high and powerful people out there, because like they found the prince, one of the princes over there in the UK, actually brought underage women into the palace, the Buckingham Palace, like, and they're like, oh no, as if this is the first time. You guys had slaves in there. Anyway, it's not good to go down that line. You know I'll talk forever. But anyway, long story short, she's saying now, if you guys want the rest of the names, I want clemency. She's saying, if you guys want the rest of the names of the people who are all involved, she has all of them. I'm talking about people from here, from the States, all the way to China, all the elites. It was like Epstein was a hotline to a child that you want to what. You have all, I don't understand. I mean, of course I don't understand, but you have all this money and power, and you sit there and you say, I want a child. Wow. Bill Clinton is in hiding. Bill Clinton, you know that man. Wow. Donald Trump. Oh yeah, you can tell with Donald. But yeah, guys, you should go watch that. Also, another thing is too that the reason why we know it's such a cover up, because Pam Bondi, as they're letting out the Epstein files, they were given guidelines by Congress as to like don't release the victims' names, don't release their pictures, don't release. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things they didn't want them to release. They released the names of all the victims. They showed all the faces because some of these people have lives, they have careers, they have. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if this happened to you when you were 7, 8, they were dealing with young kids that young, 7, 8, 9. That's how Donald Trump and them guys would roll. That's how they roll. Children, right? And so what they would do, so what they would say now they're adults, maybe they're 40s, 50s, right? They got kids and a family, a career, and they're kind of like, look, I'll tell you what happened, but just don't say my name. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they took us to an island, and I was in a foster home, and all of a sudden Epstein shows up with, you know what I'm saying? Like they were on some real demonic, like dark energy, and it's almost to the point to where they say Jeffrey Epstein killed himself inside a prison. I don't know. I don't know if he did. They might have let him out the back door. And people say it's conspiracy theory. If you don't understand how white supremacy, elitism, these people operate outside the rules. They don't have to follow the rules. They make the rules. They create the rules. And if you're someone as well connected as Jeffrey Epstein to the President of the United States, to Bibi Netanyahu, to the richest and the wealthy, and you have dirt on all these people, what is someone going to do? But anyway, guys, watch that Pam Bondi. She is the devil reincarnated. She had no feeling. It was almost like she was liking the energy. She was up there like a 14-year-old child. You don't tell me what to do. And I'll be trying to tell you guys out here, a lot of the brothers and sisters out here, sometimes y'all give these white people too much credit as if they're smarter, they're better, or whatever than you. It's just they're more connected and they have given way more opportunities. Because if you watch that and you see Pam Bondi and you see she's the Attorney General of the United States of America, like she is the third most powerful person in the country after the president, vice president, chief of staff maybe, and then her. She's in the top 5. And she is an average white woman at best. Average at best. Arguing like she was a middle schooler, like, well, did you say the same thing when George Bush? Which is true though, because this what you notice is it spreads over 4 different administrations. This is Obama and them knew about this. Like all of these people knew about this. And they just been rolling it downhill. But now this is Donald Trump putting his part in, and it just so happens that Donald Trump, not saying that there weren't major key players that might have been around Obama who had something to do with this, because they're all elites. But Bill Clinton, but Obama has nothing to do with Bill Clinton. But when you look at this, what makes it so particularly strange is Donald Trump is mentioned over 1 million times. 1 million times in the Epstein files. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were homeboys. If I had a friend and I was around him that much, I would know if he's into little. I would at some point I'd be like, yo, bro, why are you? What's up with the little girl? Like, what's going? And I would have to at some point either, when it comes to children, women, I'm not, you know me, it's gonna be a problem. That's the problem. I can't just turn my head. Nah, I can't. That's disgusting. You know what I mean? And yeah, guys. This is looking this is looking like it's not ending anytime soon. It's gonna keep going, and y'all keep your eyes out, because this is the most powerful elite who are pulling strings behind closed doors that we can't even see right now, and they're trying to run from this, and yeah. It's disgusting. The reason why the island, once again, this is why it should concern us, black people, people of color. And I know some of us are like sitting back like, well, why do we care? There's a bunch of white people raping a bunch of other white people, graping a bunch of other white people. It's because most of the victims, if you really look at it, the island that Epstein was on was a predominantly black island, right? I forget the name of the island. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see what the name of the island was. Oh, it was St. James. St. James. And if you know, St. James is a primarily black island. They said that the black people on the island said that Jeffrey Epstein would always be in the area, always had his people around. And so you can only imagine what happened to those little black girls and boys on that island that they're not even going to talk to. Because the FBI doesn't really care about the people on St. James. You know what I mean? And then St. Croix over there. The whole island, Caribbean island, was his little playground. You know what I mean? So, anyway, you guys, keep an eye out. I don't know what we can do, because this is beyond our pay grade. This is beyond us. And I just say, hey, guard your kids. Watch your family, man. These white elites are really into young children. I can't. It's not even funny. I can't even explain it. But it's disgusting. So anyway, you know the slogan: chase knowledge, don't chase money, peace, love, positivity. See y'all around.